for SKT versus Ever semifinals. So they banned Tom Kench, Kindred, the Gnar ban. I assume they're banning Gnar because that's what Marin has played recently, and they're not entirely sure what he can still play. Zed ban. Okay. Kalista ban. Last ban is Lulu? No, they don't have to ban Lulu because they're wait, it's Scout playing. Never mind. Now I just see why they banned Zed. Elise. I guess Scout plays Gangplank. I actually don't know what Scout's champ pool is. Maybe it's like similar to BDD, where he plays more assassin-based champs. Or maybe this will be Marin's first Gangplank, not entirely sure. Ryze, Rek'Sai, junglers we have Elise, Lee Sin, Rek'Sai. This is patch 5.21, we have to remember, so this is not pre-season Clown Fiesta patch. Okay, Ryze is a very strong pick. It's been banned consistently in like almost every single game, not even just SKT's games, but like every Kespa Cup game. And they choose to go with Bangy's Gragas again and the Wolf Alistar for Engage. So they have Zone Control, they have Disengage, and they have Engage all rolled up into their comp right now. Gangplank takes a while to actually build up. Even when he gets Trinity Force, it's still not really enough, honestly. He really needs his IE to like get the maximum spike, power spike. Meanwhile, Ever, you have Ryze for late scaling, you have Rek'Sai for early aggression. They probably want to go something that helps them early as well in the bot lane. They don't really want something that's going to take a while to scale. So they take Sivir, who definitely doesn't need the same amount of time as like a Jinx, or in the fact that she will be useful before the Jinx gets her 2 items power spike. Shed top? Yeah, I wouldn't like that. They still don't know what the Ryze is. We don't know if that's mid or top. We don't actually know if the Gangplank's mid or top. I assume it's mid, so it's a Marin's playing something else. I wonder what they should select. I guess they're gonna go with the Rumble for AoE. If they do Rumble, they're gonna have a lot of team fight potential, and Rumble does make up for Gangplank's sort of like power troughs in the beginning because he spikes harder in the mid game. Tristana. So Tristana, as we all know, scales, but actually Sivir is good into Tristana. Sivir can just pop her spell shield to block the explosive shot. So I actually don't like the Tristana pick. I would have picked something different. If anything, I would have picked something like a Jinx, because you have a Rumble and Gangplank, 2 big zoning ults that splits up, and Gragas, you're splitting up the team. I'd rather have the Jinx to snowball in those fights than the Tristana rocket jumps. Plus, Jinx also has the traps for even more zone control, so it just kind of like puts you over the edge. And you're against the Rise anyways. So she's not like, well, she does have, she'll get higher range in the late game, that's for sure. But Jinx could also trade better in lane with Alistar versus just Tristana. And she wouldn't be negated as hard against the Sivir. So they choose Lissandra, so they're going Lissandra top, who can beat Rumble. Rise, so Lissandra spikes in the mid game, gets a bit weaker in the late game. Sivir, it depends. As long as she stays consistent, she can. What am I trying to say? She'll consistently get strong into the late game as long as she's ahead or even with the ADC. She doesn't really fall off. She can do a lot of damage with her auto reset and boomerang. And as I said, she is good into Tristana, so there's that. And then they took Rise can do good early if you play him a certain way. Like the way Faker plays Rise is not as impressive because he escapes the early power troughs, you could say. Okay, so they're lane swapping. I don't know why they're lane swapping actually. They have to have a plan on why they're doing this. Oh my. Wait, hold on. We actually have to watch this. If you notice, Marin flashed. Oh, and there it is. Okay. Marin flashed. That hurts him. I'm still trying to think what's their game plan by invading though. If they do this and they force a lane swap, Sivir Bard versus Tristana Alistar, I would take the Sivir Bard. Rumble Lissandra. I would take Lissandra early. I feel like they have better lanes in standard, but maybe they don't want to play standard. Maybe they have a plan using Bard, like LGD did, where you lane swap, and then you can have these, so for instance, if you push in the wave, and you just want to have or you want your support to just free roam at level 2, you can actually just use Magical Journey on these sidewalls here, for some very creative ganks. But it looks like they invaded and then they're not gonna lane swap. So they just they invaded, they didn't lane swap. So in the they gained nothing from that. I mean, I'm glad that they're not lane swapping because I believe their lanes are better. But I'm trying to think what was the point of the invade? Maybe they did the invade to force SKT to start on strong side for them to pass top side. That could be one thing. Why would they want SK? Why would they want Bangy to start on strong side? I guess because he can't really do much top because it's Lissandra? Yeah, because of that. But Bangy went for the level 2 gank, so now that means he's going to be farther behind compared to Ares, who Ares should be... if I were him, I would try to do something sneaky on the red buff. And I would have Athena push in mid. I would like mid to be shoved while he's going to invade red buff, like you see him doing now. Because then this will apply a lot of pressure. And so that means Scout for one can't help. And then you just need Bot to push in as well. If he had his passive up, that would have been a kill. But he didn't. Ooh. I actually feel a little sad that he didn't, like, he went for a gank knowing it was safe. But I would have preferred if he tried something to punish Bangy after doing top gank. He probably could have done his blue and then still get to the red and be ahead. Be level 4 to Bangy's level 3.
한 번에 체력 빠진 것들은 복구가 되는데 전면이 없는 건 분명히 변수가 됩니다. 화염방사기 한번 불질러보고 탑 차이가 엄청나는데요? 네, 31대 20 초반 갱킹 영향이 있었던 걸 감안하더라도 이 정도면은
Okay, so we have Ares has tried to gank mid, Bangy tried to gank top, both of them did not well, Bangy did not succeed. Ares semi-exceeded because he did burn Scout's flash for his own. It will be very telling if Athena can actually make something work from that, because he could burst Scout down if he goes if he plays aggressive, and he could call Ares to come in again, because if you have 3 snares, that should be more than enough time for Rek'Sai to close the gap. Oh. And now see, this is what I don't like. I don't like how Bangy is a full level ahead of Ares. Actually, he gave away blue buff, that's why. Ah, there we go. So that explains it. Ares gave Athena blue buff to push, to punish mid even harder, and it's not like Rek'Sai really needs blue buff in the first place. Okay. I like that idea. I like the idea to give him blue buff.
자, 바텀 지역 쪽으로 오는데 이게 뱅기까지만 체크하고 스카웃이 이쪽으로 올 거라는 건 확실히 할 수 없는 상황이에요. 부탄 세대 때문에요. 슬로우가 걸리고 스카웃 예, 들어올 수도 있거든요.
오케이.
전면 없어요. 키. 와, 키 탈진. 키 바드. 와, 근데 키.
Bangy? Oh my god.
진짜 키 선수가요. 국제 결승을 또 2명을 맞췄어요. 자, 이거는 네. 이쪽에서 합류할 수 있다는 여지 때문에 SKT도 빠져주네요.
That was really bad by Bangy.
순간적으로 결속을 2명을 맞췄어요.
That should not happen.
그러다 뱅이가 잡혔어요. 원딜끼리 킬 나눠먹는 구도가 됐기 때문에 에버가
Like, he could have just flashed the other direction. Even though Rek'Sai's there, if he takes only 1 turret shot, he still has about half health. And his allies, no, they'll still be fine. So SKT decides to go for a dive bot. Good call. Greedy by Ever not respecting that. And you notice there's a lot of wards on that side by Ever now to protect them. So at this point, SKT really won't get much bot side. I still think Ares should be ahead both in level, and he should have punished Bangy early on. See right here, like, you know Alistar's coming. He should just back out. Like, he could have magical journeyed here to get out.
자, 그런데 이거는 이거 럼블이 진짜 또 이번 경기 주인공이 될 가능성이
I mean, that was like
자, 이거 아트나? 오.
I mean, that was pretty damn standard right there. That was pretty much her just.
자, 그래서 한번 또
That was just
킬을
crazy just
따내고
staying
있는
top
SK텔레콤.
and not respecting the ganks when he has really no wards besides by the try.
아마 뭐
And if you don't control that side bush,
쓰면서 막 전사하고
right here,
이런 건 아니라서 정말 말 그대로
you
그나마
have to be
다행이긴
much more
합니다.
careful. And now he's burning his second teleport to get back to lane. So now he's not going to get anything done roaming wise. It's also when Dragon will typically be done in the next 5.
네. 자, 뱅기가 이제 미드 적도로 왔고.
Though, however, I do need to remember that teleport's not nerfed now, so it's actually 4.
그래서 와딩만 합니다.
거기다 뱅기가 적극적으로 블루를 들어갈 수 있는 상황이라면은 단순 뱅기가 아니라 거기에 플러스 원으로 마린까지 언제든 넘어올 수 있다는 거거든요.
자, 제스가 노려봤습니다만은.
If I'm ever,
예.
we have a lead mid. We know that we can lock down Gangplank very easily, and that's definitely, like, they definitely could kill Gangplank. They definitely could kill Scout with a Rise and with Rise 3 snare and Rek'Sai knockup. Topside is also doable because you have Lissandra all-in ult, which keeps him in place for, I don't know, probably 3 seconds with your ult and your W. Bot side, you have, you're actually ahead, to be honest, item-wise, because Sivir has a BF compared to the pickaxe. And you have long-range engage with Bard, plus you have the speed up. All 3 lanes are gankable for Ares. Which one he decides is how they want to play it out. Do they want to increase or accelerate the scaling by Athena, the Rise? Do you want to push your mid-game spike type champions further ahead?
네. CS 상황이 높습니다. 파워 대비해서.
Honestly, I would prefer pushing the champions that are going to spike earlier farther ahead.
딜을 다 넣는다는 조건 하에 그 수준의 파괴력을 볼 수 있는 몇 안 되는 챔피언 중 하나긴 하죠.
I would prefer to push the bot in the top ahead.
자, 일단은 한번 버티겠다는 거죠.
Oh my god.
자, 그러면 과연 라이트를 잡으면 안 되는
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. There's his second kill. Wow, he almost escaped. If he actually put it like here, I think he would have been fine. He also probably could have just splashed and magical journeyed out, but a 1-for-1 where Sivir gets another kill? Yeah. I know Gangplank got a kill, but he takes so long to scale, it doesn't even matter right now. Like Rise will be doing more damage before him. Oh my god. Ooh, he almost got him. That takes some balls of steel to not want to flash. So let's see, Ares did a counter gank while SKT invaded bot side. Even though they don't have all the wards there, and somehow Key got caught out again. Yeah, what? Okay, this is something you can't be doing. They're actually really lucky they're actually really lucky they got away with just a kill, or for a 1-for-1. They really shouldn't be pressuring that jungle with 2 people, and they don't even have pressure mid.
어쨌든 생각보다 굉장히 팽팽하게 가는데요.
네. 거기다 탑의 순간 이동 차이도 이제 메꿀 만한 시간이 오고 있고요, 슬슬. 예.
Okay, Ares is invading, though he has no pressure mid at all. He's getting caught out. He's gonna get out. Oh, no he's not, because he pathed that way. Because of the teleport. Okay. So, Ares gets caught out, dies. Key gets caught out twice, dies. Ever's kinda just... Oh, Crazy gets caught out, dies. So all 4 of their deaths are pretty much them doing stupid shit right now. And SKT's 2 deaths come from, let's see, Bangy doing something stupid, And then he really couldn't do much the second death.
자 이제 역전 타이밍. 그리고 피하고. 자 여기서 과연 리산드라가 보여줄 수 있을지.
자 다시 한번 키 그리고 키.
자 울프
Okay.
잡을 됐어요.
So they're using their teleport to answer this. Oh my god. Okay, they got it.
알렉타 죽었고.
자 로크노입니다. 로크노입니다.
Now they finally have Sivir coming in, and she gets the kill. So that was kind of like a really quick series of exchanges. Marin couldn't answer because he didn't have teleport. And so Ever took advantage of this. The Bard ult was actually really well timed with the teleport, because when he started teleporting, the Bard ult zoned Gangplank away. That was really well done. And now you have Sivir who's ahead. Great, you have one of your champions that spike faster than the Rise getting ahead. We still don't have Lissandra. Oh, well, Lissandra got a kill and assist, so that's pretty damn good for her, because she's still a little bit behind to Marin. Item-wise, Rise is not even close. Sivir went Avarice, so she's investing more into actually building up her gold and looking for the 2-item power spike versus the getting the IE sooner. Rek'Sai, nothing to really look at. It looks like he rushed Sightstone before finishing his jungle item, so he has less combat stats compared to Bangi. Lissandra, she has her main CDR item. Marin finished his main AP item. Yeah, you see how they did that perfectly well timed. Bard ult into teleport. Zone them away. And then, because Wolf flashed, he's pretty much screwed. Bangi did do a good job keeping them away from Wolf as long as he could, but he can only do it for so long. So Rise is still not the best lane to gank. Even though he's actually really far ahead, you still just want to push your other champions that need quicker spikes farther ahead. Like Rise ahead, so like everyone knows, Rise ahead, get any late game scaling champion ahead and like you're golden. But he's still not gonna do as much. He died still. Because also another reason why you want to get the other champions ahead is because if they start scaling faster, then you can contest objectives quicker. If you just have your Rise ahead, it doesn't do as much. Especially against this team, because if Rise walks in front, Rumble ult will split you, Gangplank ult will split you. It's too much zone control that will hurt Rise. Whereas if you have the Sivir and the Lissandra, you actually have better access to the backline compared to Rise. They're probably going to want to go for a flanking play or a really big catch with Bard if they want to try win team fights. If SKT gets this set up, I'm not entirely sure what you do as Ever. Because they do have two really big choke controlling, zone controlling ults. And Rise that walks straight in, Wolf will just pulverize him. But besides that, and how team fights are gonna roll, if I'm Ares, where does he need the focus? What does Ever need to do to keep rolling ahead? They have bot T1 down, which means they should be sending Sivir mid and keeping Rise bot. That's what you typically do. You'll typically send your ADC mid and then have your mid laner actually split the side lane. Especially if you're Rise and you're ahead, you can probably 2v2 a lot of situations. And they could, if they really want to, they could wait till he hits Roa So he actually has a bit of a spike,
그리고 갱플랭크가 여러 차례 위험한
but I'd
그림이
rather do
나왔지만
it now because he'll wave clear mid much quicker compared to Rise.
자, 이제 데미지
Meanwhile,
나옵니다.
Scout is pretty much, as you can tell, he got his yeah, he has his Triforce, so he's gonna be clearing mid quicker. And Sivir also has the attack speed to clear out those barrels.
하지만 한번 꽉 맞붙었을 때 화력 자체는 아직도 라이즈가 좀 놀고 있는 상황인데 라이즈가 귀한 타이밍을 좀 안 잡고 있던 상황이라서
또 모입니다. 또.
Instead, looks like SKT is gonna make the setup first.
네, 미드 지역적으로 모여들고 있는 ESC의 버.
Dragon's up in a minute 20. Baron, no one cares about because no one's gonna be trying that right away. SKT is just took out 2 outers, and now they rotated mid. They look for something mid. That is a very simple play. Ever is not actually following any kind of game plan right now. Besides, let's just farm. I do not agree with the let's just farm situation right now. Gangplank hit his Triforce. He has some power, but not enough. But once he gets that IE, that team is going to be disgusting. If anything ever should be, as I said, have ADC mid, Rise bot, contest Dragon, don't let them have setup. If they do get set up, you can actually go mid, push mid in, try to force them away. If they don't go for it, then you just take mid and trade it for Dragon. And you want mid T1 down. You really do want that down so you can have more plays to make across the map.
무섭습니다만 이렇게 좁은 지역에서 이퀄라이저만 미사일은 지금 완전히 아플 것 같거든요.
Tristana still doesn't have her shivs, so she doesn't have her 2-item power spike. The same can be said for Sivir, but she's better with she's better than Tristana when just having IE. Aegis is done for Bangy. Okay, so that helps them in their overall team fight. Dragon is up. And they don't have the zone. Both teams have all their teleports. They're finally... Is Ever finally going to do it? No, they're peeling off Rise. If they wanted him to split, they would need, or split into the bot T2, they need to put deeper wards in. Right now they just have entrance wards, which is not enough.
그러니까 갱콜도 특징 중 하나가 마무리가 안 되고 참 데미지를 많이 입히는데 애매하게 적이 빠지는 경우가 많다는 건데 지금은 마린이 그거 딱 간격 메꿔주고
The other team is going for this. They're just clearing mid and then just... That's it, they're just clearing mid. Okay, so it looks like SKT. They'll get scuttle control, clear out wards, make this harder to face check. I would just give this up from Ever. Unless they can somehow find some kind of great Lissandra flank, I would prefer to give it up if they're not going to have setup. And now SKT, I have no idea what they're doing. They had every opportunity to take this at this point, especially when they had the control. Now they just traded away top T1 for nothing. And that's really beneficial for Ever now. Because, I mean, Ever's thinking to themselves, okay, we have a very specific way how we can win this team fight. We'd prefer not having to face this right now. So let's just farm up the side lanes like we've been doing. And SKT, instead of making the direct call to, let's say, Dragon, they just farm the lanes as well? Doesn't sound too smart to me. Okay, here we go. Both ADCs, 2-item power spikes, top lane. Crazy has his Abyssal, so he has a power spike. We have the 2 big items for Rise done. He is ready to go for fights. So Ever, if they want to fight for Dragon, they can. They have everything they need right now. GP still no IE, so that's not going to be too impactful. We have nothing on either supports really, except Aegis is done forever, so now they actually have some MR overall for their team fights. Then we have Marin still not has. Is he going decap? That's hella greedy, but he doesn't have decap done. Please do not go. Oh my god. They just they actually wasted their zone ults. Yeah, they wasted their zone ults. Oh wow, that was so poorly done by them. And that was the dumbest portal I've ever seen. That just gave it back to SKT. That would have been a clean trade. Dragon and 1 kill for nothing. And instead they take the portal to die. I mean they aren't an LCK team really, so I mean it's understandable that something dumb like that would happen by them. But I'm surprised SKT did something so. I hope they show a replay. If they don't show a replay, I'm gonna go back to that team fight. I don't know why Marin would think he would win that. Actually, you know what? He probably would have to fight that regardless. Because Athena would have chased him, because he almost had 5 stacks anyways. I don't think they're going to show a replay, so I'm going to go back to it. Okay, let's just watch this fight very carefully. Okay, Rumble's still not there, right? So look right here. This is them giving up the zone. Bangy should not be doing this. Bangy should just walk forward, throw a low barrel here, his Q, and zone them away. Instead, you see what he does? He splits them up. Okay. And now they're trying to engage, so now you have the Bard ult to zone Bang. So Bang's out of here now. Now they lay their zone control here to push Ever this way. But the problem is they themselves are getting zoned by the Bard now. No, they're not doing. And look, here's the Rumble ult now. They just wasted both of their zone control ults when they could have just did Rumble ult here. You don't need to lay it in the same location. You want to do it in 2 different locations if you can, so you can maximize. Like if you had Rumble ult here, they would have smashed this fight. Now they get the flank by Lissandra. Doesn't lock anyone up, but he does it just to make sure he's safe. And the end result is SKT has to disengage and never actually wins the fight until they do something stupid like this. But I honestly think I don't think SKT knows how to fully use that oh, we're gonna see the 1v1 again. I don't think SKT knows how to fully use their comp. This is the first time we've seen them run Gangplank for once, so I don't know how often they ran it in scrims, especially because we're seeing Scout play for the first time in ever. But as I said, if SKT has setup, they should be smashing fights. They just screwed up really badly there. Oh, they had a replay anyways. I guess Bangy. Okay, I'm not gonna criticize Bangy as much. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought. My original intentions was just thinking you could just zone them away, but since they wanted to fight, it's fine what he did as long as the Rumble ult was better. The other option was him not doing that and actually just either forcing Ever away, but since they wanted kills, I can understand that. Now he's okay. Wait, he finished IE. We have IE and Gangplank. His 2 big item power spikes. He will be doing a lot of damage.
갱플 투코 나왔고 트리스타나가 이제 사정거리와
SKT should win
오히려 11보다 안정적으로 딜할
the
만한
next
상황이
fights.
오고 있고, 무엇보다
Unless they
마리의
somehow
연봉은
get
진짜 성장세가
just
계속해서
blown
조절이
up
안 됩니다.
by a flank by Lissandra.
아, 지금 나바도는 죽은 모자는 안 가져가고
Now if I'm
있는데,
ever,
잘 크고 있습니다.
그러니까
they need to make a catch if they want to actually win a fight for a neutral objective. Really, the best times are trying to catch when people are shuffling around for the actual preparation of an objective. And since you have Bard ult, you can catch people out with Bard ult.
그래도 에버도 라이즈와 시비르가 너무 잘 크고 있습니다. 하지만 뭐 후반 캐리력을 놓고 봤을 때
자 이거
마스테나가 지키고 있다가 다시 한번 1대1로
자 백업삼이죠.
Are you kidding me? Is this okay? So that's how they're gonna get their catch. They're just gonna have Athena stay in a bush and catch out someone.
아니 그 캐스파 컵을 통해서 무서워졌어요.
Wow,
성장하고 있습니다. 매번 할 때마다.
that's really like you want to make a pick if you're ever. So that was good. But to have the Rise make the pick is
마린을 계속해서 컨트롤해주고 있어요.
a bit interesting. I was not predicting to say, okay, we're gonna have Athena stay in a bush and do a setup and ambush by himself.
그렇죠. 글로벌 골드가 차이가 안 나요 지금.
그리고 지금 뭐 마린의 성장 뭐 이런 부분을 계속 말씀을 드리긴 드렸음에도 불구하고 한타를
He almost has BT done.
본인들이 원하는 타이밍
And I'm talking about Sivir, by the way. He almost has BT done, so if he hits those 3 item power spikes, he's gonna be harder to kill, so he's not gonna die instantly to like a gangplank barrel.
상상하시는 분들이 많았을 건데 이건 일방적이지 않습니다. 전혀 27분 어느 동안 말이죠.
But with Dragon up in a minute 50, we still have the time frame between 30 and a minute when Dragon's gonna come up, where teams are looking to set up vision, and get people in proper setup. So this is the time where Ever should be looking for wards in that red jungle, and then predicting of when are people gonna shuffle around, how can we catch them out, and then take advantage of it. And then after you get a kill, push that lead by taking the dragon. Now, him living and them using both their zone controlling ults is really bad. He still has teleport too. And now they're not going to have that up for the dragon fight. And those are actually your two. Yeah, they used that. They literally used everything except for the Gragas casket. So SKT should give up this dragon. What did Ever burn? Nothing. They literally burned nothing. It's a Q. Yeah, that was a really bad idea by SKT to burn every single thing for the Rise catch. Because even if he died, what are you gonna get off that? Nothing. Dragon's not up. I mean, they could try for Baron, but then you're trying a Baron where you have what? You'd be facing Lissandra, a Bard, a Sim. Yeah, you're facing way too much with no zone control. That it's not worth it. So bad decision by SKT to try to all in the Rise like that. If they used just the Gangplank ult, it'd be fine. But they used everything. They take dragons, that's dragon number 3, so now they're on a 5 dragon scale. That's a win objective for them, and a very easy objective. As long as they can keep getting picks, they'll be good. SKT is still not in, like, they're still not screwed at all because they have such a good team fight. And they can have such good setup that I would not be worried about what's going to happen to SKT. Their win condition is much easier to achieve. Let's basically say that. It's much easier to achieve their win condition. It may be a bit hard to fully execute to its maximum potential. But the way Ever has to win fights is definitely harder.
충분히 가능합니다 이거.
11위 피바라기까지 나왔습니다. 자, 럼블은 아직도 아바다 지금 먼저 못 가져 있고 3데스.
아, 지금 빨리 조냐를 가야 되는 상황인데 그 완성되기 전에.
Alright, Zonya's is done on Lissandra. That's great. Now she can actually draw attention even more compared to before. She could ult herself, and then she can Zonya's, and then ult someone. You know, so many scenarios. And Scout getting caught out.
학살 중입니다.
물론 이게
Why?
바로 어떤 오브젝트로 이어지는 상황은 아니에요. 어찌 보면 그냥 킬 하나이긴 합니다만.
이럴 때 바둑 조심해야 돼요. 숫자 부족할 때
돌아왔어요.
I'll admit that Scout, as we all know, Scout has not really played at all. So it's understandable if he's gonna screw up. But his team should be telling him, at least saying like, hey, you really shouldn't be up that far.
좋은 경기에 박수를 보내신 이런 매는 정말 보기 좋습니다.
He caught up in CS though, if you notice. He has... Is he going Phantom Dancer or is he going another IE? Can't really tell.
움직임이 자기네들 걸로 만들어내고 있습니다.
네, 스카우트 선수가 결국에는 그냥 주문 포식자를 갈 수밖에 없다는 거죠.
Okay, Bang got his last Whisper. Sivir has her VT and even some extra MR.
저 11은 사정거리 들어오면 바로 전멸 뺐어요.
Okay, so there goes a form of initiation. There's no more Flash Pulverize or Flash Alistair combo.
자, 언급드렸던 시야 장악.
This is good. This is good by Ever.
먼저 낚시 걸거나 버스트가 가능합니다.
Taking a vision away on Baron and then looking to make plays around Baron.
3코 완성됐습니다.
They can't really start Baron. I mean, there's no way in hell they're gonna start Baron unless they know they can burn it fast enough. Because if SKT even sniffs it out and they throw a Rumble and a GP ult while you have Baron going, no bueno. You'll probably lose that fight super hard.
진짜 엄청나네. 전 세계적으로 각 지역을 대표하는 팀들이 못했던.
The way I view this is, oh my god, why did they do that? I was about to say SKT should be looking to setting up vision on both neutral objectives and then aiming to punish Ever if they ever try to actually fight those. Meanwhile, if I'm Ever, you're gonna have Rise split push while having... Actually, wait, why are they having Lissandra split push?
33분 20초 동안 지금 ESC 쪽으로
Why would you have Lissandra split push?
지금 스카우트 선수 쪽이 아니에요. 네. 말하자면 그 축구 같은 거 보면은 그 점유율 때문에 볼 때 뒤로 카메라가 가잖아요.
I'd rather have Rise split push and then have Group 4 take it from there.
그렇죠.
정인의 설주고 저도 그렇고 허허라는 말만
버스트가 될 수도 있고요.
반복하는데.
Oh well.
바로 버스트 나왔고요. 오, 네.
Oh my god. He almost killed him. This is why people ban Rise.
벤이 열심히 쫓아갑니다.
행동대 그만 가야 돼. 왜? 그만 가야 돼.
You ban Rise because of that. His damage is disgusting. And wow, he soloed him. Wow, this is actually going really well. Both their solo laners basically soloed their opposition. Wow. They won. I can't see Ever losing now. You get Baron, you get all these kills. You just have to keep splitting. And since SKT never... They wasted both their ults twice. So that basically leaves them sitting around like, okay, I guess we're just gonna play the split push game against them, but we can't do anything because Rise will kill GP. And Lissandra I mean, Rumble's ult's harder to even do against Lissandra,
농담처럼 그랬더니 이게
and he just killed him. Like,
라이즈 11이 아직도
pretty
밀고
ridiculous.
13대 7 더블 스코어에 가까운 스코어를 만들어내고 있어요.
와, 뱅의 스코어가 둘둘둘인데 로콘이 7킬 이었습니다.
자, 스포트라이트를 봤던 스카웃은 114예요.
네.
I viewed the win conditions by SKT to be easier because they just have to test objectives. But I guess if you fuck up multiple times, you can just escape straight into an easy win.
자, 공 들어가겠죠 바로. 바텀이 적적
They're just getting caught out. They have no idea what they're doing now. The vision's heavy forever. And as all SKT doing is they're just kind of like wandering around like, what are we gonna do, guys? Oh, I don't know. How about we group and we utilize our... Yeah, see, like, once again, like, why are we wasting both ults in the same area? I know they're trying to clear the wave, but if you're gonna do it, just use one ult. Just use the Rumble ult. Don't use everything. Okay, Rise has TP, so you'll probably just have him split push while you have group 4.
시야도 어느 정도 다 밝혀놨고 지금도 바로 시야 먹으러 오는 거거든요. 좋아요. 진짜 움직임 좋네요.
잘합니다. 문제가 시야 지워주고 오히려
이것도 결국은 이니시거든요. SKT가 이기기 위해서는 본인들이 원하는 타이밍에 갱플 공 뒤에 떨어지고 울프 선수가 들어가면서 이니시티 거기다 이퀄라이저로 퇴로 차단 뱅이 하나 잘라먹고 그거 막으려고 오는 에버 하나씩 끊어내는 구도가 나와야 되는데 어렵죠. 지금 격차로는 그런
Okay, they're rotating. Again, you just have Rise split push. He's not even close to doing any split pushing though right now.
격차가 너무 많이 나서
SKT can still win this, by the way.
상대가 목숨을 후반
All they need is one big team fight.
완전히 기세를 탔어요. 에버.
그리고 괜히 달려들다가 바둑궁에 몇명
이거
묶이면
라이즈 바텀이 문제죠. 여기가 아니라
아 이것도 똘로캡 또 나올 수 있어요 이거.
마린 전면 없습니다. 예. 눈치챘는데
Oh wow, he's so caught out.
글쎄요. 근데 이거 싸움에 따라서 갱플 올려놓고 자 오히려 싸먹습니다.
진짜 대단하네요.
와, 진짜 바드 장인. 스카웃 살 수가.
시간을 잘 끌었는데
전설의 킥. 죽겠는데요.
자 뒤에
뒤에 리산드라
크레이존이야.
뒤에
Oh, here comes the flank.
크레이지. 자 어딜가.
This is looking really good for them.
그냥 빠른 공이 날것 같은데 뱅이 또 이걸 밀고
다시 목숨은 어프링 선수를 됐네.
아 이거 크레이 선수가 좀 오래 쟀네요. 조냐
Okay, he's dead.
17대 8.
And look at the waves. Top wave is gonna crash, it looks like.
와.
Mid wave is pushing.
결과가 나오고 있어요. 저는 절대 아무리 페이스가 좋고 인정이 많고
Oh, they're not down enough, I don't think.
많이 성장했다 하더라도 이거 K텔레콤인데
Oh, they could get some damage down.
불가능하다고 생각했어요. 한 세트라도 가져가는 건 불가능할 것이라고 생각했어요.
They'll flash for it, too.
있었을 거라 생각하거든요.
He's gotta be.
골드컵.
He's gotta be really careful.
우승팀이에요. 그것도 한 세트밖에 안 진.
Yeah, those waves were so perfectly set up too for that fight.
좋습니다.
Marn gets caught out.
글로벌 골드.
Good Bard ult. And the waves were set up so they could go straight to mid while also punishing bot a little bit.
상처가 될 만한 흐름으로 가고
Great
있는 거고.
play.
스카웃 때문에
그런 건
지거나
아니죠.
불량되는 게 절대 아니면은
아닌데
Great play by Ever.
본인은
Not good play by SKT.
네.
캐스파 무섭네요. 이거 기회 안 줬으면 어떡할 뻔했어요. 이렇게
All the times SKT or all the times Ever got caught out were early. And it seems like all the times now that SKT are getting caught out are in the late, which is probably the worst time because this is the time they're supposed to be taking over.
아니
네네. 자 뒤봅니다. 아레스가 거기서 맞은 이유가 있죠.
Oh wow, he got caught.
자 아레스. 자 아테나가 앞쪽 끌어주고. 자.
The Bard is catching them out.
뱅기 쪽으로.
아 이거 끝났어요.
아 이거.
끝났습니다. 예, 맞습니다.
It's very hard to avoid the Bard ult without having to blow flash or something. If the Bard is good, that is.
만 이상 차이 납니다. 만 이상. 40.
And Ever's comp is perfect for that.
진짜 에버 대단합니다.
Like Ever's comp is perfect for catching people out. Excuse me.
충격이에요.
You have Sivir, you have Lissandra, and you have Rise. All these snares, all these speed ups. And then you have Bard Magical Journey to help as well. You have so much, and it's over. It's a win for Ever. So SKT blew their chance to win multiple team fights. Ever made various small picks that delayed SKT, and then they kept catching out SKT, which led to the Baron. Once they secured the Baron, they could pretty much group, and SKT can't do much really, because they don't have wave. Like their wave clear is really shit. Besides the GP barrels, I like that. Oh, that was good for Ever based on their skill set and the fact that they're facing SKT. Though it's SKT with Scout, it's still good.
잘하네요. 아테나도 진짜
우리의 생각에
누수가 생긴.
있을 거라고 SKT도 아예 랭크 캠프에서 라인전 강력한
띄워놓고 있는
그냥 르블랑 쪽으로
Okay,
생각하고
well, thanks Spot TV for blocking that, but it's a Callista. Callista Tom, GP first pick, they ban Gnar, Riven, Elise, so targets towards Marin. Good ban by Rise for SKT, Kindred's gone, Cassid's gone.
바드 뽑고 한미를 좀 더 보고 가는 구도.
그렇죠.
네.
그렇죠. 그렇게 가겠죠.
바드가 현재 모습을 다시
Rek'Sai, Bard, so they're going the Bard again, so now they have that
그리고 여기서
quick rotations and the catching out from long range, and against the Tom Kench, please, Tom Kench isn't going to do anything to Bard.
좀
그렇죠.
그 수비적인 모습이 나왔기 때문에 어떻게 보면 뱅기 선수도
I honestly, if Callista's jumping around and Tom's trying to stay in front, he might be, or they could wait till Tom devours someone, and when he spits them out, if you land the Bard Q, you'll hit the stun right away.
편하게 가면 룰루인데.
Okay, they chose, they have a lot of disengage right now. Tom Kench and Gragas are all disengaged.
피오라 같은 거 나오고.
Whereas we're looking at Ever, they have early aggression with Rek'Sai. So again, this is similar to what SKT did. You have GP, who takes time to power up. Bard for long range engages, and he can rotate around the map quickly. The SKT, oh, they're playing Faker. SKT, Lissandra. I assume that's Faker's Lissandra. So that's a form of engage. Lissandra engage can be risky, but it is a form of engage. Gragas engage is a bit more unreliable, I would say, but he could engage if he wants to. And Callista's all about early, so you have early aggression with Callista, mid game spike with Lissandra. Ever needs something early. Renekton worse. If they go Fiora, Renekton does well. If they go Malphite, Renekton does well. If they go Darius, Renekton goes well. Vlad would be interesting. I still don't know if that's Faker's Lissandra or not. Oh, okay, so I actually kind of forgot about the GP. It's probably GP top, I want to say. And they went Tristana. Tristana's fine actually, because if you do the explosive shot on the, for instance like the Callista, and it builds up, even when Tom devours her, it still goes off, and it's gonna hit Tom as well. So Tristana into Tom Callista is good, and it offers disengage for your ADC while you're running something like Bard. Lulu top. Okay, so Lulu top versus Rumble. It's kind of like a farm lane in some ways. Rumble can't really kill Lulu,
안정성이 좀
At least he
있어
shouldn't be able to
보이잖아.
kill Lulu.
에버의 공격적인 움직임과
And Lulu's
수업을
spikes.
보여주는 능력, 모든 그 전 경기와
I mean, she can
포켓성에서
spike
보여준 데이터를
mid-game,
봤을 때 이세명을
and if she
봤을 때
hits
이거
2 items with
에버가
Tristana 2 items, then they can
쉽게
roll
초중반의
over
흐름을
pretty quickly
SKT
with their
지우지 않겠다라는 이런
sort of like Juggernaut type. type play. But the way they're going for that comp right now, it's not really going to be Juggernaut style.
네. 그 일단은
We have GP zoning ult, but they also have Rumble zoning ult. So we're gonna see prior setup's gonna be an important thing here.
도주기가 좀 용이하다 보니까 그런 선택을 한 거고. 글쎄요, 주도권적인 측면은 언급해 주신 대로 팀원이 좋아서
SKT does get flank advantage having Lissandra. They can get some good flanks with Lissandra. Flank-wise for Ever, it's not that great. Lulu's not going to be flanking. Bard, well, Bard could flank. It would be really weird if he did, but he could. But there's not really a reason to flank when SKT has that kind of disengage and Tom Kench. Let's see. Yeah, really, they're not gonna. Ever shouldn't be going for flanking plays for SKT should. If they can, it would be nice if they can lock up someone with Lissandra ult and then throw the Rumble ult on top of that for quick burst. And what was their ADC? Callista. Yeah, and it buys Callista time to stack up her rend. With their comp though, actually looking at SKT's comp, I would have preferred Jinx. Jinx or Tristana actually would have made more sense to me. My reasoning behind that is SKT has 2 champions that spike in the mid game, and Callista will get overtaken by Tristana in the late game. GP will overtake them. If you get Jinx, you at least have reinsurance. Plus, since you have the Lissandra ult to hold someone down, you have a free target for Jinx to actually solo focus. And if you're running Gragas and Tom, it's a lot of disengage for your ADC, who's Callista. Now, of course, if SKT snowballs, they will demolish this game because they have Callista. They have so much early pressure. Let's see how it goes. If I'm ever, I want a lane swap. That's why we saw them invade bot to force SKT top, but it looks like SKT doesn't give a shit. Which means that Bard should be looking to harassing them, which he's not. I actually would have really liked. This is the second time this has happened. Ever invades and then does nothing with their invade. And SKT gave no fucks about the invade. Like, they decided, okay, you know what, you guys aren't going to do anything, you didn't do anything last time. We're just going to go straight in and do our camp. I actually don't understand what they're trying to do with the invades. Like, they didn't gain anything from doing the invade. And even them starting, look, even them starting strong side for double jungle means that it's gonna, yeah, he has to burn teleport now. So if he's burning teleport, it'd be nice to chunk Lulu out, because if you chunk Lulu out, then you're gonna make her miss even more CS because now she doesn't have teleport. So that's like sort of an objective that's going in my mind if I'm SKT. Let's get this rolling top. That's why you see also Marin is letting the wave push in, so to make that lane actually more gankable. What? Hello? Hello? What the fuck was that? Are both these junglers like blind? Clown Fiesta? seriously, what the hell was that?
일단 쓰고
뱅-
He doesn't
뱅기가
see
지금 뭐란
the
거냐면은,
Gragas,
예.
and Gragas doesn't really see the Rek'Sai.
좀 천천히 설명을 드렸습니다. RS가 늑대 먹고 넘어오는 상황에서
Alright.
갈 곳이 어차피 없기 때문에
Okay, well, SKT just got a
당연히
free
미드갱킹을
kill
한번
for some
할
odd
거라는 걸
reason.
알고 있었어요. 그래서 부시 쪽에다가 와드를 받고 그 움직임을 보고 있었고 진동 감지 쓸 거라는 당연한 사실을 이용을 해서
Bangy literally had to do nothing for that.
바로 옆에 본인이 있다는 걸 모르게 만들고
그렇죠. 숨죽이고.
이걸 다 설계한
So that's
거예요.
great. Lissandra is ahead. She can punish this lane harder now. She got red buff.
점화를 넣고 얼음 갈기길로 빠졌어요. 페이커 선수가.
네.
그러면서
Yeah, Bangy
사이즈가 나왔죠.
definitely look topside still.
제대로 지금 현재
You do want to punish the Lulu while her teleport's
네,
down.
불 타오르는 것 같네요.
Bot side,
그러니까 뭐 상황이 맞아 떨어진 거지만 결국에는 레드 스타트에서 블루
It's actually kinda hard to gank
카운터
for bot,
이게 다
'cause you have a Tahm
이어진
Kench.
설계라는 게 대단한 거죠.
and they have a
다시
Bard.
탑 지역으로 오고 있는 뱅기.
왼손을 쓰기 시작했습니다.
Though they burned Bard's flash,
급할 땐다 써야
apparently.
돼요.
네.
네.
Okay, so Bangy doing the correct padding call if I'm Ares.
고민될 줄 알았는데.
자, 페이지 쪽.
당장은
What do I wanna do if I'm Ares?
나오는 순간
술 마시고 차.
참아요.
아,
Burned his flash.
페이지도 이게 대단한 게 마린이거든요.
예.
누가 봐도 내가 솔킬할
Now he has to play even safer.
마지막에 참았습니다. 앞으로 안 가고.
잡고 싶죠 누구나.
네. 그
우리가
이후에
Excellent.
참았어요.
더군다나 1세트
I hope Bangy lets this wave
네.
push in.
그러니까 뱅기도
Let it push in and make it
크레이지가
put more
나올 걸
pressure on
기다렸는데
Crazy.
와.
멘탈적으로도
If they really wanted to maximize pressure, they would have a pink ward on that top brush. So then it makes it even worse for Crazy, but it is a heavier investment.
하나를 좀 단축시키겠다.
네.
두 코까지 먼저 뽑을
And you notice they send Ares up top. To,
크레이지가
they
그
want to
참는
stop
건
this. They want this wave to push in.
결과적으로 SKT는 빅웨이브를
네.
뱅기가
Bangy
유지해주면서도
didn't- Bangy.
마린은 크레이지는 전멸이 빠지는 이득을 봤습니다.
Bangy should have stopped that still. He should have just taken the creep damage.
골 조금 앞서가고 있는 SK텔레콤 T1.
Letting it shove in was not the right call.
이렇게 지켜볼 것 같아요. 그러니까 누워 계신 건 아닐 것 같아요.
네. 누워서 1경기 승리는
보다가-
SKT 이거 기다리던 분들이
See, so Ares had to go top to make sure that he didn't let that wave get absolutely buffed.
슬램덩크에 많이 비유를 하시던데. 지금
Now his objective, he knows Lulu is in a bad
이
situation.
경기 이겨야죠 그렇게 되려면.
네.
He should know top brush is warded.
수상이 되기 위해서.
Bot lane, you're not going to do anything until you're level 6 for Bard, so
역시나
There's no worries there.
백호 선수는 강하게
예.
지속적으로
mid lane's
돌아갈 건데
actually, yeah, mid and bot are very difficult to gank for Ares. Top lane is actually the easiest choice.
자체를
Unless Bard is level 6, then you can't stop both players from getting your Devour won't like if you devour Kalista and you get hit by the Bard ult, you're still both in it.
어우, 선수가 소리 지르는 것 같습니다.
자 바로 페이커가 이게 심지어 또 이긴 장면이 나오네요.
That's also one of the reasons why I like the Bard into Tahm
이게
Kench.
다 심리전입니다.
Like a Thresh, if you land a hook, you're just gonna get eaten. If you land the Q, you can't eat him if you land the Q and it hits both of them.
이렇게는 튀어나와하고.
이게 이제 또 순간 이동 차이.
절대
Oh wow.
네 빠르게 빠졌습니다 로콘.
That shouldn't happen.
SKT 이득 보고 있습니다 라인에서.
종씨. 깔끔하게 데미지를 딱 보이지 않고 있는 페이커.
네. 그리고 이게 탑미드 정글의 주도권을
네.
SKT가 갖고 있다 보니까는 저 블루는 갱플랭크는 이번 게임 끝날 때까지 못 먹을 수도 있습니다.
Item wise,
계속 라인
nothing.
밀면서 이제 앞으로
Avarice
SKT 는
on
들어갈
GP.
거거든요.
어딜 가요?
Okay, he's going for the long haul here.
집을 비울 수가 없어요.
He's just accepting, okay, I'm not doing anything for a long time.
자, 지금도 일단은 바로 W 쓰면 바로 공까지 연결 들교환될 수 있었어요.
예.
아무것도 아닌
아,
어떻게 보면
스톱인데도
미드 지역에
다 멋있어 보이죠.
페이커를 건드렸어요 지금.
네.
He's actually not even CSing this that well.
괜찮아요, 진짜.
Meanwhile, Ares,
자, 치는
okay,
거
there's the
이제
blue buff around
볼
there.
수 있고,
If I'm
SKT 가
Bangy,
볼수 있다는
what do I
것도
need to
에버가
do?
아닙니다.
Hit level 6 would be a good idea. Once he hits level 6, what should he do after that?
블루 타이밍을 알고 있기
Lulu
때문에
still has no flash that's gankable.
근데 지금이 아니면
Mid lane is gankable as well.
그래서 이런 식으로
Because all you need to do is land the Lissandra ult, and then Gragas casket him backwards as well. But actually, he has a lot of options. Bangy has a ton of options on where he wants to go.
네, 울프가 일부러 와드치면서 좀 유인한 건데.
근데 이거
You notice Faker, because he has pressure and he pushed that lane in, he's gonna look bot.
페이커 3대2
네,
구도
눈치챘습니다.
뒤로 빠졌어요. 자, 뱅기까지 그 적도로 가봤었는데요.
CS를
웨이브 하나 먹어요. 70대 6.
SKT is just looking for map play right now.
자, 근데 바텀이 이거는 너무 많이 벌어져.
Ever's kind of like,
그렇죠.
they're kind of just saying,
모르겠는데.
alright, we fucked up in the beginning. We're gonna play it safe here.
네.
이런 식으로 계속 디나이
As I said, SKT's bot lane shouldn't be able to kill their bot lane because of the Bard. Top lane's hard for Rumble to kill a Lulu. Mid lane could kill, he could kill GP, but he has to make sure that he makes GP use his eat his orange on the W, not the Lissandra ult.
싸우자요 지금.
네.
He hit all three.
자 싸움이라 그래서
싸운다면서
이건 안 될 것 같은데요.
싸움을
But they weren't really gonna do much if he hit all three, because they had no one there.
지금 그 순간
And GP has nothing. His follow-up is shit right now.
선수는 끊고 라인에 있기는 합니다.
I would say Ever's is looking for their power-up spikes. That's all they're doing. SKT should be pressuring harder in the early.
자, 이번엔 절대로 주도권을 놓치지 않겠다는 SK텔레콤의 의지가 보이는 것 같습니다.
자,
제대로 빡빡하게 하는데요.
딜교환이 안 돼요 지금.
예.
와 그리고 지금 갱플이 미드로 순간이동 복귀를 했고 어찌 보면은 SKT 바텀을 약간 방심할 수 있는 타이밍이라서 아레스가 쓱 찌르는 건데 이미 뱅기 대기하고 있습니다.
네.
그 전에
봤어요. 네, 봤어요. 감시하는 온으로 봤어요. 그리고
네.
렉사이 집 가는 거.
What play can SKT make?
팽팽하게 구도를 만들어주는
Faker doesn't have
컴퓨터기에
teleport.
많이 어려움을 겪고 있는 ESC 에버.
So he can either push in mid and look for a roam,
이전 경기에
or Bangy can target mid.
화가 단단히
But they need to do something.
분노 그게 느껴지네요 진짜.
I would love to see them do something during this time when they have like these power spikes. And while Ever's in these big power troughs.
페이커를 보십시오. 지금 아주 뭐 그냥 압박하는 게 아니라 숨도 못 쉬게 하려고 그럽니다 지금.
네.
자, 바텀 지역의 타워.
이제 지금은 딱 한 단어로 정리가 가능하죠. 바텀 차이.
Like right here, we're gonna see Faker push in mid, and now what's he gonna do?
똑같은 팀에 맞추라고 할 정도로 완전히 각성했어요. 자, 탑 쪽에 마린. 페이커 움직입니다.
그리고 저 차이를 극복하는 게 조합 구도상 쉽지가 않거든요. 지금 당장은.
Okay. It's very standard play. Like even in solo queue, you push in mid and you look for a roam if you're ahead. And he also has boost, so it's easier to accomplish this as well.
그 정도로 압박감이 심해요. 바텀이.
자, 페이커 뒤쪽으로 밟아봤습니다만 오른쪽 길로 빠져나가는 페이커.
They used Bartle to try to catch him. He was so deep though. There was no reason. There was nothing they were gonna do if they got that anyways.
이미 뱅기는 도착돼 있는 거.
예.
미드가 결국에는 거기서 안 무너지는 거.
자, 얻어맞지 않고 있어요.
Now it is important to note though, if
자, 레스가 한번 다가와서 어려운 걸
oh my god, that was actually extremely well done.
페나가 잡아냅니다.
아레스 에어건으로 끊었습니다 이걸.
Their comp is not that great early.
마지막에 걸렸죠.
Like they really should be getting smashed based on the early game that SKT has and how badly the very beginning went. They should have been harder punished. But GP gaining all is just, or gain a kill. Plus he went Avarice, so he's building up farm as we continue throughout this game. He's gonna hit his spikes quicker compared to Scout did in the last game.
사실 SK텔레콤은 빚을 잘 안 지는데.
네. 그리고 이런 구도가 되면 사실은 트리스타나가 좀 편해져야 되는데 워낙 차이가 많이 벌어져 있는 상태다 볼 때는 탐켄치 공백을 전혀 이용을 못 하고 있죠.
그리고 일단 갱플이 이 경기의 주인공이 되려면 너무 뒤까지 기다려야 되는데.
오!
와, 어마어마하네요 진짜.
네.
자,
뒤로
그러니까
반겨서
붙고 있고 포타세라 떨어졌는데
Wow,
와, 진짜
overcommitted so hard.
키에 바드는 진짜 명품이네요. 우주의 결속 타이밍이 기가 막혔어요.
Now they're gonna lose mid for this. So SKT is still trading something away. And by taking mid T1, that gives Faker even more roaming potential, which they need to actually capitalize on. They can't just sit around at this point and let that happen. Because GP is scaling, GP is getting slightly ahead. And meanwhile, Bot made a huge mistake. And he's caught. He's dead. Wow. Wow. SKT is making a lot of small mistakes where people are just getting caught out. And their comp is not meant to get behind if that happens. If they do get behind in this game, it's gonna get really rough. Like right here. There's no reason for Tom to go in. Because it put Bang in such a terrible position. And that's not respecting the GP ult. He bought this Avarice very early. Remember I said it's an investment. His early game's not going to be that strong, and it wasn't. But at this point, he's getting there. He probably has like something like 80 CS down with the Avarice, which is like 160 extra gold.
킬 3대3 타워 1대1 욕 먹은 거 물론 이제 그 이면에 흐르고 있는 것들은 분명히
And SKT still has power spikes on them. You notice they have the Bork, they have the Roa, 5 stacks done. You have the Leandries. Like they have a lot done. They should just be pressuring objectives and then looking for picks with Lissandra Rowe. Or even look for cross-map play with their teleport on Rumble. Because the Bard's not going to be able to stop a Rumble. And there's a reason why Ever didn't contest that Dragon as well. They know what their power drops are right now. And this also kind of goes back to how SKT, if they chose Jinx, they wouldn't feel like the pressure to want to do stuff. Because they could say, you know what, if you guys want to go late, you know, we still have a good isolation type composition with a Jinx. And so we still have AoE as well, plus disengage with Jinx, the Jinx traps. Chompers, there you go. Chompers. But since they have Kalista, and they need build-up damage on Kalista, their only burst damage is pretty much the Lissandra and Rumble. Okay, so there goes Bangy's ult. They have Triforce done now on GP, and looks like he's gonna go Youmu's. So he's gonna actually have a quicker mid-game spike compared to going to IE, which is a very big spike. He escaped. He's dead. Oh my god, he's not dead. How'd they get out of that? The Bard actually just bought so much time, and Crazy just walked up and ulted Ares. Wow. Wow. They lived through a fight against SKT because the SKT duo got caught again somehow. Always getting caught. And the speed up. This is looking great for Ever right now. Free scaling. you didn't lose a fight
자, 정말 또
that was actually in your advantage.
여러분들 또 캐스파 쪽 관계자 여러분들 또
Actually, no, that
라이엇 관계자 여러분들
that doesn't actually sound impressive. Lose a fight that you had an advantageous position.
예.
트리스타나의
그쵸,
굉장
그쵸.
시간을 벌었고
Or I would say,
보조를 맞추고 있다는
even though they had an advantageous position where SKT's duo kind of had to blow some cooldowns to get out, they had a power trough still during that time. So coming out clean in a power trough sounds pretty good to me.
에버가 버티면서 코어 템 뽑고 역전하는 타이밍을 만들 수가 있거든요.
네. 시간이 지나갔을 때 ESC 에버의 조합이 분명히 괜찮다라고 여러 번 말씀해 주셨어요.
그러니까 무엇보다 중요한 거는
예.
럼블이 어차피 스플릿에서 엄청나게 좋은 개념, 막 다이브에서 혼자 터트리는 그런 챔프가 아니다 보니까는 레드 지역, 에버의 레드 지역에서의 뭔가 추가적인 이득을 SKT는 지금 봐야 됩니다.
그쪽을 트리스타나가
자, 그랬더니 아예 4명이 오고 있죠.
So let's see, what should Ever do?
블루를 먼저
They have the IE, they don't have the Shiv on Tristana, they don't have the 2-item power spike yet. Lulu has her Roa, so it's late. Oh no, it's 5. Okay, she got it at the 14-minute mark, so it's not that bad.
빼먹고 있습니다. ESC 에버
She doesn't have cooldown reduction. Really shouldn't have much. And that is a little important to have. So she's probably gonna get some, maybe get Lucid Boots.
자, 뺏어 먹고 페이커가 뒤늦게 와봤습니다만 이미 먹고 난
Bard, looks like he's getting Aegis.
자, 시야 잡아놓고 당연히 시야 먹으러 오는 거 잡겠다.
이거 싸움 걸 것 같은데요? 페이커 순간이동 아니기 때문에 보세 보였고
와.
SKT.
걸렸어요.
Oh, he still got the ult off.
동학자.
He's slowed though. There's another slow. He's caught out. Bard ult catches someone out.
조합이라는 거.
빼먹고 바로 뒤로 빠지고 있는 킬수를 역전하고 있는 ESC 에버.
Yeah, I really don't know what SKT's doing.
안전한 루트.
All they need to do is look to push lanes, have Lissandra rotate towards the lane, and burn them down with Rumble Lissandra ult. Like, it seems pretty simple to me.
그래도 그 원거리 딜러가는 CS 차이가 엄청 많이 나게 나요.
Instead, what they're doing is they're kind of just sitting around with their comp that's gonna get outscaled
올라온 거고.
and letting Ever make the proactive move. So okay, here's a proactive move. This should work.
아니
노리고 있는데요.
이거 주고 미드 1차 밀면은 저는 괜찮다고 봐요.
하고 있어요.
이거 주고
세 명에서 또 하고 있어요. 자, 급성장으로 버티고.
자 버티고 최대한 미드 1차 밀면
네. 저
Okay.
시간 오래 끌었죠?
There we go. We got a pick. Good job.
뱅기.
술통
뱅기의 술통.
뒤에서
못 밀었고 배달.
Ooh, very well done. Are they still?
키 빠졌고
키가 시간.
Are you serious? Is he seriously gonna chase him?
잡혔고
자, 근데 로컨이 살긴 살았죠?
로콘이
Did they kill the Tristana? Okay, they killed her. All right, that's fine then. As long as they kill the Tristana, it's a fine play.
뱅기가 숨죽이고 기다리고 있었습니다.
I
이거는
not sure why he took both kills,
미드
but
믿고 이리 알고
there we go.
아예 그냥
SKT made the play they needed to make. They roamed with Lissandra. They looked for a fight mid, and they won it like they should.
이런 SKT의
Good job.
플레이에 따라가려고 뭔가 시도를 하는데 그게
There's
이미
another
SKT 에게
nice
알려졌던
little
느낌이
kill.
드네요.
There we go. This is what we've been wanting to see SKT do.
예. 자, 이제 격차가 많이 벌어지기 시작.
Now they want to push this really far ahead. They want to take Baron. A bit risky, but based on the deaths, yeah, GP's dead. I guess it's not as bad.
자 일단
올려놓고
Ooh, he got Baron on it.
일단 기다려.
네, 아직 뽑지도 않았습니다. 뱅은.
자 일단 잡힐 것 같고
네.
바로는 잡혔고 아 근데 들어가기가 애매해.
They just don't have the people for this.
자, 갱플 공 컨트롤.
자 갱플 공 떨어져 갱플 공.
로커나 뱅.
Yeah. So like you'd think going in, that first looks pretty good. Yeah, Faker's dead. It looks pretty good, but let's be real here.
SKT
The fact that Faker still has ult, it's not a smart choice to try to go into that. Now they kill 2 people with Baron buff. They get a few kills.
진다고 봤는데 잘 빠졌습니다. 그리고 반대로 빠진 것도 지금 꽤나 컸어요.
It's worth it. Okay, it's worth it. I was thinking to myself, why would you want to do this if I'm Ever? Why would I want to kill these people right now? Or even try, where we could actually flop?
차이가 안 난다는 거는
But if they do get the kills, which they did at 2 for 1, first off, you're eliminating people who can use the Baron buff. You're getting kills to accelerate your team's scaling, which is extremely important right now, because once they get those items, they're going to turn on real quick. We have the GP quick Yomus.
네네 맞습니다.
We still need the Shiv on Tristana, and then we still need the, I assume, decap on Lulu. When they hit those spikes, they will be very hard to deal with.
맞습니다.
활약할 수 있는 타이밍이에요. 근데 여기서 계속 흘러가고 2차 타워 지키면서 국구방 가면 모릅니다. 이거.
그렇습니다. 이게 분명히 원딜 차이, 뱅이 로커닙에서 한참 잘 컸음에도 불구하고
그렇죠.
글로벌 골드 차이가
Now,
이렇게밖에
typically,
안
if you
난다는
give up
거는
2 dragons, you kind of want to contest the 3rd dragon, because that gives the movement speed, and that means you're already on the decline for Dragon 5 pressure. But yeah, they identify, okay, we can't risk it, we would love to contest this, but they have setup, and it's not smart. Okay, he stalls him. But why are they fighting this? Like, I thought they peeled off this to not fight it.
그 난전에서도 SKT 보리드 다 봅니다.
Hold on, I want to go back to this fight. Okay, that went farther ahead. Did they get caught out?
자, 지금은 예. 배치만 해야 돼요.
네.
Oh yeah, they're like coming into this area here. They see the TP here, but just like all they have to do is go towards the TP, if anything. Like they could burst Rumble down.
지금은 그냥 드래곤 줬어야 됐습니다.
And SKT still has members around the dragon.
그 난전에서도 SKT
So Ever didn't play that out precisely as they should.
뽑아버리고 있는 SK텔레콤 T1입니다.
바로 뭐 붙었었고
네.
T1이 가장 센 타이밍에 너무 무리하지 않았나 싶네요.
자, 타워 쭉쭉 밀고.
Alright, we have static shiv done.
T1.
Now we're just looking for the decap on Lulu, and then we're gonna start smashing forever. And SKT is doing what their comp is supposed to do, which is accelerating in the mid game and trying to take over the game as quickly as they can. Ever, it has gifted them some team fights, so that does help. And it's good that SKT made that Baron call to accelerate it even faster. Especially because Athena was dead. If Athena was up, that Baron would be much riskier, but because he was dead, it was pretty free. Spice-wise for SKT, looks like Marin has a lot. We have... I can't see the items right now.
그 이후 마린의 깔끔한 합류.
그리고 먼저 물려서 다드 공이 떨어지고 그 다음에 화약통을 연결할 수 있는 시간조차도 없었고요.
네. 자, 그럼 불시의 기습에 좀 당하고 마는 ESC에 보였습니다.
이거는 페이커 선수가 이니시에이티브를 진짜
Leandri's Zonia's, decap Zonia's.
네.
Doesn't have his bloodthirster yet for Kalista.
곧 나와야 됩니다, 이거.
He hasn't gotten any kills either.
스코어 완성 때 갱플 뭐
But his CS advantage is massive.
네. 오기 전에 격차가 한층 더 벌어졌습니다.
그러게요.
They're sending Faker bot, which is weird. This shouldn't be the call. The call should be Faker being mid, not bot. Now he may be pushing mid in, or be pushing bot in to rotate mid. How is he not getting punished for this? He has no teleport bot.
결국에는 페이커막으로 누군가는 가야 돼요. 이러면은 순간 이동이 없다라는 게 전혀 단점으로 작용하진 않습니다.
And GP has his 3-item power spike. So okay, if we get the decap, this is gonna be pretty massive.
근데 약간 무리했는데 여기 살고 일단 공.
이거 잡으러 못 가요.
뒤에 탐켄치 막 쫓아오고 있습니다.
Okay.
모든 라인이 밀려 있고 얼음갈 길이 워낙에 쿨다운이 길다 그래도 레벨 상황 그리고 블루가 있었기 때문에 버프가 아마 곧
So he's still staying around here.
이거 아는데요. 이거 아는데요. 있다는 거 아는데요. 뒤쪽에 울프. 지금
자, 탑캐치.
페이커
This is interesting.
말이 안 되겠습니다.
예.
They're splitting bot
바텀.
without the teleport, and they don't have Tom Kench ult, so they can't get anywhere with the bot side. Which means that if Key saved his ult, they could have looked for a long-range engage onto the other three. But they didn't. So that's actually something Ever should be keeping out for. We know Faker has no teleport. We have Bard. We don't have Sivir for the quick, like, speed up, but if we have Bard and you land it, you have a really easy way to land the GP ult, plus the 300% true damage. Plus Rek'Sai engage straight on top of them. Like, there's a ton of options you have there.
그렇죠. 어찌됐든 그 빈틈 찾고 어떻게든 로커는 파밍해야 됩니다.
And there's the decap.
굉장한 갱플랭크가
It's time.
좀 간격을 어떻게 막고
It's time for Ever to start taking advantage here.
로커는 주인공이 돼야 되거든요. 에버 입장에서는.
자, 감시한 혼까지 뭐 순찰도
Still need to be very careful of their flanks, but you do have Lulu to sort of help someone survive the burst. Plus Bard ult too. You could actually make your team very survivable with these two champions. SKT, Baron's coming up soon, so the biggest thing you're thinking is, let's bait Baron, let's look for a pick, we kill someone, we take Baron, we end game. Simple win condition, to be honest. And you notice something, look at what Ever went, they went 2 blue trinkets. So they're looking to say, okay, we know SKT wants to make picks, we want to make sure we're doing safe checks by Baron. And they're going straight for it. Again, really easy win condition to read. There's the GP ult, so there's one global down. There's a second one down. It was such a bad situation for Ever in the first place. Like, that's such a bad situation for Ever in the first place. Like, what are you gonna do? You face check it, and you'll probably die. Now, granted, the Bard ult completely whiffed. If he had a better Bard ult, it would have helped his team actually win the fight. But SK, how does Ever win this game? That's what I'm trying to think right now. How do they win this game while SKT is looking to get their next Baron? They're so far ahead. How on earth did they lose this? They must throw it really hard somewhere, and like, I'm gonna assume they get some big pick. Ever does. Cause with this second Baron coming down, oh well, this is the beginning of it, I assume. Faker's splitting top while his team has no pressure mid or bot. That's a big mistake by Faker. He shouldn't be doing that. Even if he got the pick, he's in such a bad situation in the first place, and him dying is not really that big of a deal. Like, without Faker, what engage does SKT have? Rumble ult? Gragas ult? Not exactly the most reliable engage, and Tom's not going to engage either. Alright, so bad choice by Faker. That kind of makes SKT sitting around. They can't end the game now. And that's actually a very big deal. Spoilers. Who cares of the spoilers, man? God. God. It's just a spoiler. But seriously though, Faker dying, very bad. Delays the Baron power play. They still can work around Dragon 5 for the win condition.
그 부분이 아마 경기 끝나면 이번 경기 끝나면 가장 아쉽지 않을까 싶어요.
네. 자,
Not really utilizing the barrels that much. Still getting mid inhib.
스코어까지 완성시켰는데 딜할 환경이
예.
크게 갖춰지질 않습니다.
바텀 쪽 3차 타워 파괴.
아레스. 자, 백 묶어놓고 잘 성장한 백 묶어놓고.
그냥 마린이 와가지고 그냥 불을 막.
자, 아래 죽었어요.
두고.
그리고 키도 위험하고 울프.
They're kind of just dancing around all the damage.
자, 울프한테 꽂힌다거나 억제기 또. 억제기
빠졌었네요. 네네.
억제기 돌.
Yeah, they're pretty much dancing around all the damage with the Bard ult and the Lulu.
억제기 불 날아갔어요.
Very slow team fights though.
어쨌든 이런 상황에서 위치가 좀 지속되면은 순간이동으로
They lost
주선내식
both
플레이가 나올 수 있다
inhibs.
보니까 지금 SKT는 쫙 빠져주는 게 안정적일 것 같네요.
그래도 아직 분이 풀리지 않은 SK텔레콤 T1 더블 스코어를 기록하고 있습니다.
근데 이게 분명히
This game should be so easy for SKT to close out.
경기임에도 불구하고 에버가 워낙
Massive
경기에서
lead,
보여주는
both
것처럼
inhibs down. You can
이 정도
test next
격차를
dragon,
버티고
take it.
있다는 것에서도 예, 조금씩 좀 생각을 하게
So you're at
돼요.
4 dragons.
이겨도 불쾌해.
네네.
You can pretty much group up with their composition and wait for the waves to push in, because the only reliable wave clear is on GP, and yet they're sending Marin
그쵸.
bots with no teleport up yet. They're just clearing waves. I see what they're doing. They're looking for buys first.
지역에서도 탑 지역에서도 계속해서 압박을 주고 있습니다.
여전히 골드 차이가 많이
Yeah, Archon.
스타나의 템이 좀 부족하다 보니까
That's a big deal. It is a big
어쨌든
deal.
그냥 버텨보겠다. 네, 에버 입장에서 그거밖에
Look at their
없습니다.
comp. Their comp doesn't
답이 없어요.
scale into the late
억지로
game like
버티고 참고 차면서 아까 아레스가
ever.
들어가면서 잘 빼먹어놨으니 한타 대박 역전 노려보죠. 또 뭐
그렇죠.
이런 어찌 보면
and it comes increasingly harder to kill ever players because of the Bard, because of the Lulu, and because they get defensive stats.
예.
원래 SK 건 아니었지만.
Okay, so we have the buys done for SKT. Now they're just doing the pressure.
예.
SKT 시간 줄 생각 없죠. 드래곤 그리고
Again,
굳이 오령을
very
안
simple way to close out,
분명히 글로벌 골드 차이 앞서는
and your win conditions very
상태입니다.
easy to. It should be easy to achieve this if I'm
오늘
SKT.
경기는 갱플랭크 전패예요.
아 그렇습니다.
자,
As long as they don't get greedy on their engage, they're fine.
이 시간까지 잘 버텨주고 있는 에버도 대단합니다.
자, 적당한 농성이.
Marin's
예, 드래곤이
backing?
나오기 전까지 적당한
Why?
농성.
이러다가 또
What?
콜라이저 깔면서 한
Why
번
did he
들어가긴
back?
하죠.
원래 이럴 때 바드공이 변수인데
안쪽으로 쭉.
멋져 물었어요. 멋져 물었습니다.
자, 이 스코어까지 도망가기 바쁜 에버.
지금
He
럼블이
was late to the fight because of that. Why would he back?
자, 빨리 살렸습니다.
진짜 슈퍼 세이브.
그렇죠.
울프는 전사했습니다만 포커. 배치기 남아 있었네요.
네.
페이커도 전멸 쓰고 다시 들어갔다 잡혔고요.
네, 뭐 여기서
I don't like them utilizing their teleport for that situation. A Rumble's home guard's teleport isn't really gonna do much. He was better off, like they were in a good position of letting the mid wave push in, and then they could pressure with Rumble ult right away.
드래곤 쪽에
Not
아레스가
later.
먼저 넘어와서 시야 장악하고 여기서 한번 싸울 생각인가요?
뭐라도 한번 해봐야겠다는 생각을 하는 것 같습니다. 자, 블루 쪽에서 일단은 빠져나오는 아레스.
자, 싸우려면 적어도 바드 궁은 들어가야 됩니다. 들어가야 그 다음에 갱플이 딜할
그렇죠.
수 있는 준비가 되는 거고, 그러면서 급성장 들어오면 세이브 되고,
네.
트리가 그동안 프리딜이 안 되면 절대 못 이긴 사이즈인데
네.
그게 돼야 돼요.
이론상으로는 말이 되죠. 10,000골드 차인데 70,000골드니 바드 궁으로 적 하나를 묶으면 12,000골드가 빠져서 우리가 긁고 앞서.
네.
뭐 이론상으로는 말이 돼요.
그런데 네 번째 스택 사령 가져오고 있는 SK텔레콤 T1.
이제
You know who you are.
안정적으로 다시
They'll
한번
try to
밀고
trick me here.
바론과 함께
Now,
끝내는 시나리오가
besides that point,
가시권에 들어왔습니다.
if I'm ever,
이번 세트.
so we have, we're just waiting for inhibs to open up. Baron's coming up, so again, SKT is going to stand up. We're going to bait this out. If you don't check, we're just going to do it right away. They need to be more careful this time around. It is harder to kill ever now compared to the second Baron.
자 어쨌든 나가서 바로 먹는 거 편하게 못 먹게 하려고 조금이라도 견제하려 했으나 바로 그냥 트라이
대놓고 바론을 먹다가 자꾸 뒤를
There's the blue trinket. Remember, we went 2 scrying orbs on Ever for a very specific reason to first check Baron, and 2 make sure we're not getting baited into a bad fight.
좋습니다 SKT.
아래쪽으로 쫓습니다.
All inhibs are open now. Okay, so now, right now, Ever does not have to worry about getting royally fucked if they commit to Baron. They don't have like this ultimatum choice. Archon, please. Okay, they secure it. Faker dies. Wow, that's a big pick. And remember I told you about what? If you engage with Lissandra, you have to be so careful, because if they plan it perfectly when you E in and they stun you, you're dead. Like, you're not gonna get zone yourself, you're not gonna get ult off. So now that Faker's dead, this is a power play for Ever. They have mid, bot, and top starting to shove. Their base is safe. Rumble has no teleport, so there's no backdoor. What are you gonna do with your time? You have good siege potential with this comp. And SKT just committed 2 people to the top lane to look for a pick, so that's gonna leave this wide open. Narcan, I don't know what this team called Origin is. I heard they got like 3-0'd by SKT. They must not be very good if Ever can beat SKT here. And Ever's not even an LCK team, if I recall. So, what is the game plan for... They're gonna have to contest Dragon 5. Yeah, oh my god, Archon. This is the guy who created the heat maps, genius level innovation of esports. Never before seen. I heard he stole it from a certain Origin previous coach, stealing technology from the team he worked for. Now, SKT, looking here, we want to... Yeah, I mean, they just have to push and then wait for Dragon 5, contest it, kill it, end game. Like, that's their options now. Ever, meanwhile, they have to contest Dragon 5. They have to be very careful on how they play it out, because SKT will most likely have setup, which means the Bard ult plus the GP ult needs to be on spot. They need to be able to zone out the correct players to win the fight. It's up in a minute 40. He got the stun. Faker's in this bad position now. There it is. There's the Bard ult that zones. Faker's out. They burned a lot. Wow, that was a big crit. You can see how risky this... You can tell how risky this is. Like these fights, like SKT can win them, but because of the Bard and the Lulu, as I continuously said throughout this game, adds so much survivability, and with the zoning ult by Bard there, it bought them enough time to actually stall out. So they lost 1 inhib, great.
억제기 더 미는 거 아니면 이거 언제든 역전 당할 수도 있다는 불안감이 생겨요.
근데요, 이게 만약에 억제기가 2개 무너진 상황이면 그 용 앞에서 드래곤 앞에서 대치구도 되면 라인 끌리고 결국에는 이도저도 안
맞습니다.
되면서 견제는 그림 나올 수 있는
Alright, so again,
그나마
between the 30 and 1 minute mark is when teams are trying to set up for Dragon. Wow, they caught both. They caught both. How on earth did that just happen? Oh my god. Okay, so Ever has much better long range engage compared to SKT.
네.
SKT is in a terrible choke right now.
한테 집중할 수 있는 여력이 있습니다.
He still has a tunnel there some. Oh, that was probably when they were pushing mid after they killed Faker when they were taking third Baron. Never cleared that. Bard ult into GP ult into Bard ult into Bard double stun with Q. And with long death timers like this, they probably look to end. Wow. Unlucky. That's SKT just not respecting the playmaking ability by Bard. You can tell how excited the Korean casters are. SKT losing their first series in God knows how long. Since CJ, was it CJ that beat them? This is... I can't believe this happened. This is like one of those miracle wins where SKT has every right to win this game, but because they went it took them so long to win this game and they screwed up. And again, Faker did screw SKT yet again, like he did against them in Spenu Game 2, where he overcommitted. Well, they won. Wow. And now we might see Ever at IEM Cologne. Or, wait, it's not Cologne. It's I can't remember how to say it, but... Wow. I'm impressed by his Bard play, though. His Bard was on point, and I love the Bard into Tahm Kench. SKT had a very early to mid-game spike comp, and they were playing it very well until they made a few mistakes. And it's bad to make mistakes against such a high late-game scaling and survivability type team that Ever built. And that's it. Okay. Well, some interesting comps, which I kind of want to try Bard a little bit more now. See what you can utilize him for. Especially with now the patch 5.22, with such higher early game type games. Quick rotations with Bard actually may be very beneficial with his magical journey. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream for now. I'll probably do the CJ versus KT later today. If you enjoyed the VOD review, you can follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any criticisms or whatnot, please just let me know, because I'm just trying to improve on my VOD reviews and my macro understanding, my just general analysis understanding of the game. And even though this is 5.21, 5.22 is going to change a lot, but it's still good to look at these competitive games. So, later.